Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand every time the profile of a customer is updated on WooCommerce, then how we can create a contact with the updated profile of the customer in Chattrace and Google Contacts. Now to do this, we will have to integrate these applications and we are going to do so using Pabbly Connect. Here, our trigger application will be WooCommerce, then our action applications will be Chattrace and Google Contacts. Now to understand how we can do this, let's begin. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are a new user, you will have to sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you are going to get 100 free tasks so that you can explore this entire software. And if you are an existing user, you simply have to sign in. So once you're done with that and you reach the dashboard, now here on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this and this dialog box has appeared and here you have to name your workflow. Now as per my objective, I'm going to name it as Create Contacts in Google Contact and Chattrace when customer profile is updated in WooCommerce. So here I'm going to click on Create. And as I do that, here you can see we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger here is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the automated response of your trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get a message or a notification on WhatsApp or SMS about the payment made. Now how does that happen with the help of automation? So in such a case, your trigger application will be the payment gateway and your action application will be SMS or messages, WhatsApp messages sending applications. Okay, so now let's come to our use case. So in this use case, our trigger application will be WooCommerce. I'm going to click on this. And what will be the trigger event? Now trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run. And here it will be customer updated. So this workflow is going to get triggered every time the profile of a customer is updated in WooCommerce. Okay, here we have received a webhook URL. I'm going to copy this. Now this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and WooCommerce. Now please read the help text given here. And now I'm going to exactly tell you what we have to do. So this here is my WooCommerce account and I'm going to take you to WooCommerce. Let's go to settings. So we have to go to settings. Now here we have to go to advanced. Within advanced, we have webhooks. Now here I'm going to create a new webhook and I'm going to name it as Chattrace new webhook. Okay. Now the status is active. What is the topic? The topic is customer updated because I want to update the profile of the customer here. Now the URL that we had just copied from here I'm going to paste the same. Okay, then we have the API version. Now I'm going to click on Save Webhook. So as we do that, here you can see our webhook has been saved. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. So here, first of all, we have to recapture the webhook response. And once we do that, here it is asking us to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, which means that now we have to update the customer profile there on WooCommerce to check if Pabbly Connect and WooCommerce are properly integrated or no. So I'm going to take you back to WooCommerce and here I'm going to go down, go to users, all users. So these are the users that I already have. Now let's say that this is the account that I want to update. So I'm going to click on edit here. So here we have got the details. Now as I take you down, so the role is administrator. So here I'm going to make it the role as customer. Then the first name, so instead of Pabbly new, I'm writing just Pabbly. Instead of Connect PC, it is Connect. This is the nickname. This is the display name. And then we have the email address. So here I'm going to write testintegration@pabblydudes.com. Okay, then here we have the website, so there is no change here. And then as I take you down, so here we have the billing address. So again, I'm going to change this to Pabbly. I'm going to change the last name to Connect. Then we have to enter the company's address. If you want, you can do that. Then we have the city, postcode, country, region, state, country, phone. So I'm just going to add the phone number. Let's say it is +91. Okay, so this here is the phone number, and the email address was changed to test integration. Okay, now for the shipping address, I'm just going to copy from the billing address. And once this is done, let's click on update user. And our user has been updated. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the response here. And here you can see we have received the response. So let's check the response that we have received. This here is the username. Okay, so here we have received the phone number. Then here we have the last name and the first name. Then as I take you down, so let's go down quickly. So here again we have the last name, this here is the first name, this here is the email address, and then we have again the phone number, and then we have the billing details. So once we have received this information with the updated information, I want to create a contact in ChatTrace as well as Google Contact. So here first I'm going to choose my action application as ChatTrace. Let's click on this. Now the action event here will be to create new contact. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with ChatTrace account. To do this, I'm going to select add new connection. And now here we need this API access token to set up this connection. How can we receive this? So first we have to log into our ChatTrace account. We have already done that. And once that is done, here we have to go to settings, integrations and API access token. So this here is my ChatTrace account. I'm going to take you to settings. Now within settings, we have to go to integrations, ChatTrace API access token, and now here is the API access token. So I have recently generated it. Otherwise there would be a tab generate the token. You could have just clicked on it and your API access token would be received by you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly copy this entire thing, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste the same over here. Now I'm going to click on save to set up this connection. And as we do that, here we can see that ChatTrace and Pabbly Connect are totally connected. Now let's go down, and here we have to fill in this information. So first of all, we have the phone number. So I'm going to click on this. You can see the previous step here. Click on this. Now this here is the response that we had just received, and this here is the phone number. So I'm going to copy this. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time your workflow runs in real time, it can take the new data in consideration. Because if I had written the same phone number or any information manually, then it wouldn't have ever taken the new data. It would have always taken the manual written data. So to avoid that, we map the information. Now let's map the first name, last name and email address. So I'm going to click on this, go here. This here is the first name, last name. So here is the last name. Then we need the email address. So as I take you down, so here we have the email address. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that we have received the response, which is a success. Now let's see if the contact has been created. So I'm going to take you to contacts. And here you can see that the contact has been created. Now going back to Pabbly Connect, our last objective is to create a contact in Google Contact. So I'm going to here look for Google Contacts. Here it is. And now here the action event will be again to create contact. Let's click on connect. So Pabbly Connect now wants to connect with Google Contacts account. Let's select add new connection, sign in with Google. Here we have to select the account. So once this is done, Pabbly Connect Contacts wants to access my Google account. So this is absolutely secure. I'm going to click on allow. And as I do that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Google Contacts and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now again here we have to fill in this information. So first of all, we have the email address, display name. So I'm going to click on this, go to step 1. So this here was the first name. I'm going to give a space, and this here is the last name. So this is the complete display name. So email address type. So here you can mention if it is a home email or work or any other. Then we have the email address value. Here we have to enter the value. So let me look for the email address. Here it is. Then the display name. So for the display name, I'm going to click on this, and here I'm going to look for the first name. So here it is. Now give a space and let's look for the last name. So here it is. Okay. Then we have the family name. So family name means the last name. So let's look for the last name. And then we have the given name, which means that we are looking for the first name. So here is the first name. Then the middle name is not required. We haven't received any address because we did not update it there. So if you want to update the same, you can do that, and then you can map the information here. Now I'm going to take you down, and here I need the phone number. So here I need the phone number, the value. So here I'm going to look for phone number, and once this is done, so I'm going to take you down and simply click on save and send test request. And as I do that, you can see the contact has been created because we have received the response. Let's check this. So this here is my Google Contacts. Let's quickly refresh this, and you can see that the contact has been created. So this means our integration is a complete success. But let's again check this in real time. So I'm going to take you back to WooCommerce, and here we are back to users. Let's go to all users here, and this time let's say that I want to update this contact, this customer. So I'm going to click on edit. As I take you down, so here the role is customer. This here is the first name. So I'm going to change this to Pabli. So this here is the first name, and the last name here is test. Okay, demo Pabli test. Now what's the nickname? So let's change this to demo, and this here, let's see the public name. So display name publicly as test demo Pabli. Then we have the email address. So I'm going to change this to testdemo@pablitudes.com. Website is www.pabli.com. Now here I'm going to go down. You can always, give your biographical info, profile picture, and then here we have the billing address. So first of all, what is the name that we had chosen? It was first name is demo Pabli and the last name is test. So here I'm going to add the same demo Pabli. Then the last name is test. Then the company is ABC. Okay, so let's say the address. So it is random apartment. Okay, and here I'm going to write random area, and then we have the city. So let it be Bhopal, and this here is the postcode, and here I have entered the phone number. Now let's say the phone number here is +911, and then we have the email address. So what was the email address that we had decided? Testdemo@pablitudes.com. Testdemo@pablitudes.com. Okay, and here I'm going to copy the shipping address from the billing address, and once this is done, let's update the user. So here our user has been updated here. Now the moment this is done, what should happen? Automatically a contact should be created first in ChatRace and then in Google Contacts. So let's go and check the same. So this here is my ChatRace account, and here I'm going to quickly refresh this contacts page. And here you can see we have received our new contact. Now let's check the same in Google Contacts. So I'm going to quickly refresh this, and here we have our new contact. So this means our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabli Connect, let's understand what we have done. So here our trigger application was WooCommerce, where the event was customer updated. Then our first action application was ChatRace, where the event was create new contact. And our second action application was Google Contacts, where the event was to create contact. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabli Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabli.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabli.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.